And so he did it up until 12 or 13. How often would this stuff be happening?
Like every other day.
Every other day. So he lived with you, I guess, right? So he would be coming into your room.
As long as I got God, I'm gonna make it.
Well, and I get that, right? But I would say that you made it before. You made it and you blew it, right? You and the husband.
I feel like I should have told more when I was more younger. Could have been dealt with.
What effect do you think it had on you as far as like your
anger problems, trust issues?
What's up, YouTube? So guys, I'm back in the gym with Katie, back on the meal plan with Chef Said, and back in the streets full time. So it's time to get back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss? All right. So are you homeless?
Yes.
Okay, how old are you?
32.
32. So how long have you been homeless?
Probably like 2 years.
2 years? What happened 2 years ago that caused you to become homeless?
Ended up letting somebody move with me and lost my apartment.
Somebody moved in with you?
And they wouldn't get out, so.
Okay, so you moved the dude in and he wouldn't leave?
No, it was my husband moved his friends in.
Ooh.
And they wouldn't get out, even when we asked them to.
Okay. So how long had y'all had the apartment before y'all moved people in?
We got it through a program called In-Town Ministries. Okay,
I'm familiar. And so that's what I'm saying. How long was you in the apartment with just y'all two before you invited people to come stay in? Or was it like right away? Okay, so about 6 weeks?
6 months.
6 months? What made y'all decide to invite those people in?
My husband got money home.
He got what?
Money home.
Okay, so he wanted them to help pay some of the rent or stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so how long was they there before things got dicey to where y'all wanted them to leave?
Probably like 2.5 months.
So it was there for about 2.5 months. Things was all good. What was it that happened that caused it to where you wanted them to leave?
They never took a bath. They, like I was raised to where you could come to somebody's house, you always put food in the house for everybody. They ate amongst themselves. So that was a problem right there. And then they never cleaned up.
Okay, so they were stank, selfish, and nasty.
Yes.
Okay, I got you. Okay. And so when you asked them to leave, what was their response?
They've been over here over 30 days. It's a squatters law. Yeah, they use squatters law.
They hit you with that?
Yeah.
Okay, and so what was your husband's response to all this?
He really didn't get into altercation. He was the peaceful one. I was the one getting into it with them.
Is that right? Okay. So your husband wouldn't really stick up for yourself or stick up for y'all, I guess? How did that make you feel?
Kind of bad, but towards the end, he started seeing it. 'Cause he thought it was just me and my attitude. But it wasn't. It was them.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. When he finally did start seeing it, what up? When he finally did start seeing it, he didn't man up and say, "Hey, y'all gotta get the hell on."
They told us to call the police, and that's what we did. But police said they couldn't do nothing. It was like a civil case.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. So how did y'all end up getting kicked out the apartment?
Trying to take a eviction out on them, but the whole apartment went to eviction just to get them out.
Yeah, because you can't sublease. So that's like against your lease. That's a lease violation.
Yeah.
So, okay, so they hit you with the lease violation. They got all y'all up out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, man. How does that make you feel? Because how long was y'all homeless before that?
No.
Well, what was y'all in the program for?
We was homeless, but we was staying with my mother.
Okay, so like, I get it. It's levels to homelessness, but okay, so how long did it take for y'all to get that spot?
4 weeks, meaning 6 weeks.
Huh?
6 weeks.
Meaning that you applied for it and then 6 weeks later you was in the place?
Yeah, the only reason it took 6 weeks because they had to do something through to the apartment.
Okay. I mean, and you say it's been how long since you've been out here now? Did you say
2 years?
2 years? So you haven't been able to get a place back in a couple years?
No, I just went through, I'm going through Safe House now.
I get it, but how do you feel about the fact that you lost your apartment due to...
Mad as hell.
Okay.
Struggling, like...
Are you and your husband still together?
Yeah, we still together.
Are y'all legally married or just street married?
We legally married.
Legally
Same
married.
last name.
Same last name. Do y'all have kids? Do you have kids? How many?
I have a daughter.
One daughter? How old is she?
11.
11? Does she live with you or whatever?
I gave it to my dad just so I can get back on my feet.
Okay. What age did you give her to your dad? What age were you?
29.
Okay, so this is about 3 years ago. So this is before y'all got the apartment.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she ended up going back to my dad after we lost it.
Okay. So that's a lot. All right. So let's just okay, and one kid. All right, so let's just start from the beginning. So where you from?
I'm from Atlanta.
You from here?
I'm from Atlanta.
You a Grady baby?
Nah,
you know,
I'm an Emory baby.
Emory baby, which one? On the Emory Decatur? Oh, the one right up here? Okay, Midtown Emory. I ain't mad at that, man. Hey, man, shout out Atlanta. Shout out the whole city all day. What side did you grow up on?
Boulevard.
Okay, you from here. You from you from 4th Ward, basically.
Yeah,
okay. Man, say less. All right, so growing up here in Atlanta, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
Not until I got up into like 8th, 9th grade. But I'm a daddy's girl, so I was
Wait, so what I'm saying is that
it was never both in the same house.
Okay. You say not until 9th grade? 9th grade they came together?
They came. My friend died, so this is what kind of made them just both be in the same household.
Okay. So like living together? Okay. Who'd you grow up with mostly earlier?
My mom.
Mom? Okay, but dad was still active and present, stuff like that?
I'm a daddy's girl.
Daddy's girl, okay. So do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have. I got 8 brothers.
8? How many did you grow up in the house with?
4.
4? Where were you in the birth order?
Baby.
You're the baby, okay.
Baby on both sides.
Baby on both sides, okay. So growing up, would you say you had like a fairly normal childhood?
Oh, we struggled. My mom was also homeless too. She was on drugs.
Okay, so she struggled with her addiction and homelessness.
Dad was he was in the army, so he was back and forth from overseas back over here. So.
Okay. So I mean, I'll just go ahead and ask, right? I mean, when you were younger, did anything like ever happen to you or anything like that?
Mom, ex-husband,
What age did that happen?
10.
10? Was that like a one-time thing or was it like an ongoing thing?
Ongoing.
And what age would you say it stopped?
Probably like 12, 13 when she divorced him.
And so, do you know why they divorced? Like, did it have anything to do with what was happening to you?
Yeah, that, and he was doing drugs and some other stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to dive in just a little bit, right? Because I'm trying to figure out how this stuff happens, right? So I get that your mom was, she was in her addiction.
It's a cycle. It's sometimes people say it's a generation curse, but it really ain't.
Just a bad cycle that a lot of our people find themselves in.
It need to be broken.
So so when he did it that first time, you was 10 years old. That's really young. What were you thinking? Like, when he got done or whatever? If you could just try to recall, like, what was in your mind?
Can't really recall. Like, I know down to this day, like, I'm like, man, touching me from the back. It's a jump.
So that's a trigger for you.
Yeah.
And so he did it up until 12 or 13. How often would this stuff be happening?
Like every other day. Every
other day. So he lived with you, I guess, right? So he would be coming into your room and having sex. Would this be like at night or what do we like was your mom sleep? I'm trying to figure out like
work. She was a nurse.
Okay, so she would be at work. Okay, and he would come in and do that then. Were your brothers not living with you at the time?
My brothers are like 13 years older than me.
Okay, so there's a sizable age gap between you and like the
Yeah.
closest brother or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so they wasn't necessarily in the house.
Nope.
That's why I be trying to figure out, like, how does it go on for years? So after a certain
Two of
point,
my brothers was in prison.
so I'm in prison. Okay. At a certain point, did you just like resign yourself to the fact that it was happening, and just kind of gave up and was like, all right, just come on?
Running away.
So you just started running away. When you would run away, like in other words, when did your mom find out that he was doing this?
I think I came out to everybody till I was like 17.
Was he still around at that point?
He died.
Wow. And so what was their response when you told them?
My brother was hurt. My dad, he was more, if he was here, I'd kill his ass. But thinking about what I told my dad, he'd have been in prison. And I ain't kind of want that.
So you felt like it was worth it for you to like have this?
I feel like I should have told more when I was more younger. Could have been dealt with.
What effect do you think it had on you as far as like your
Anger problems. Trust issues.
As far as like sexually, do you think that it made you more kind of like hypersexual, or do you think it made you like withdraw from sex?
Withdraw.
Huh. Wow. Okay. So that's wild, because I mean at a certain point, you know, you were getting older, right? And he was still doing this to you. That's what I'm saying. Like, at a certain point, did it become like where he wasn't forcing you anymore, and it was just like you was just doing it, or what? Like when you was 12,
Most of the time being while I was asleep.
so he would come in while you were asleep and have sex with you? That's wild. That's wild, man. Okay, so you think it gave you anger issues, trust issues. Have you ever talked to like a professional about this or anything like that?
Going to one now.
Okay. Is that the program? Is that part of the program that you're in or whatever?
Nah, just me wanting to go talk to a therapist.
Huh. Well, how long ago did you start that?
Like probably 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Wow. What effect do you think that's had on you?
It's kind of helped me come up out of my anger issue and just seeing people for who they really are.
Okay. Does your husband know about this stuff or whatever that happened to you? Okay. Is your mom still living?
Yeah, she has dementia.
Ooh.
Dealing with a lot.
So, because I was about to ask, does she know that you're homeless?
Somewhat. I don't really kind of tell my family, like, I tell certain people, like my dad, he knows, but
What about like some of your older brothers and stuff like that?
Yeah, they come out, they give me money, and see, I'm so independent, I still won't go home, like, I'm 30-some years old, and I'm gonna make it on my own. As long as I got God, I'm gonna make it.
Well, and I get that, right? But I would say that you made it before. You made it and you blew it, right? You and the husband, you know what I'm saying? By letting whoever...
See, that's a learning process. I know what not to do this time.
No, that's right. I
ain't letting nobody come stay with me.
Hey, listen, you can't even come to the front porch, all right?
You got 24 hours to spend a night.
I wouldn't even do that, to be honest with you. I'm just being real. All right. Well, listen, we really appreciate you taking our time, because you say basically you're in the program now. What type of, ETA or outlook do they have as far as that goes? You've been out here for 2 years now, so how long do you think it is till they'll have like a spot for you or whatever?
They've been coming up with like little spots, but I wouldn't want to go in the same
type of
area
environment.
That I'm homeless.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the hood like that.
No.
So you're waiting for them to find you a spot that feels like a little more comfortable and safe.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And what's hubby doing right now? Where's he at?
Working.
Okay, so he's working, doing what he needs to do. All right, well, listen, miss, we really appreciate you taking the time, answering all of our questions. if anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way for them to do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
I can start a GoFundMe.
You don't have Cash App?
I don't know.
Well, let's start here. What's your Instagram and
My
Facebook?
cousin. I don't got none of that. I don't like being on. But I do got Cash App.
Okay.
Cash App is egoodwyn. Money sign egoodwyn.
Okay, that's it?
Yep.
Well, listen, miss, like I say, definitely appreciate you and definitely wish you nothing but the best out here, all right?
Thank
Make sure you have a good one, sweetie.
Thank you.
All right, all right.